Hi, I'm Alex. I am developing this driving game where your only goal is to make it to the finish line alive. The game is called Panic Lane and you should definitely wishlist it on Steam. There's a link down in the description. Panic Lane will have 5 distinct worlds with their own tracks and gameplay mechanics, and one of them, which I think is the crowd favorite, is all about these glass platforms that shatter under the car. Or do they? Make sure to keep watching because in the end of the video I will reveal a terrible secret about these tracks. In the previous video about the glass tracks, there were several issues with the platforms, and I'm not saying there are no issues anymore. I know this is the glass world, but try not to look at the glass too much because I will make changes to it. Anyway, I added 2 important features, and the first one is Coyote Time. You know that cartoon with the coyote and the bird that says, when a coyote runs off a cliff, it doesn't start falling immediately, and this delay is called Coyote Time. This mechanic is often used in platforms in order to make timing the jumps a bit easier. The glass platforms used to just fall down, which was very unforgiving. If you didn't make it to the next platform in time, the car would just crash into it, and that was pretty much it. But now the platforms form this V shape, which allows you to actually drive on the falling shards of glass. So if you make a mistake, you often have a chance to save yourself. However, if you're going fast, the rear tires will still hit the edge of the platform, which might destabilize the car. And sometimes the car leaps into the air and you can even jump across gaps, skipping a few platforms. I should probably make an achievement for that. By the way, the procedural destruction of the glass was suggested in one of the comments. So again, if you have any thoughts about anything, do let me know in the comments down below. The second important feature is track randomization. For the trailer, I created a system which spawned the platforms almost completely randomly, and I ended up redoing it, and here's why. In the original system, the next platform could spawn in any direction. In this particular example, either left, right, or forward. So the platforms are completely unpredictable. Sounds good, right? Well, the problem is that you can get multiple platforms in one direction, which is a bit too easy. I of course tried to fix this. First, I made a rule that prohibited spawning too many platforms in the same direction. Then I adjusted the probabilities so that the system was biased towards changing direction. But even after that, the tracks didn't feel right. You could still get easy repeating patterns, and of course you could make separate rules for that too, but there's a better way. I ended up using pre-made sections and then randomized their orientation and the order in which they are used. This way there are always both difficult and easy sections in each track, and the player can beat the track only because easy enough patterns were generated. Okay, next the big reveal. But before that, if you are enjoying this video, I encourage you to feed the algorithm by hitting the like button. Also, do consider subscribing if you want to see what this game will look like in its final form. I hope I didn't oversell this, but what if I told you that the car doesn't touch the glass at any point? But Alex, how is that even possible? I can clearly see you driving on the glass. I'm glad I got you excited. I'm glad I got you excited. I was actually getting nervous. This is what the player is actually driving on. The platforms are actually hatches that open as the player drives over them. The glass doesn't have any collision, the car will just go through it. By using these rotating planes, the player has a smooth surface which doesn't create any unnecessary surprises to the handling. And hey, a few words about the tracks themselves. I will talk about them more in future videos, but in short, we have tracks with easy turns, tracks with tight turns. I call these spaghetti tracks, and then of course the tracks with falling moose statues, but that is very much work in progress. And the ice tracks are coming. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please help me out by hitting that like button and do consider subscribing. If you're wondering what the other tracks look like, check out this video However, YouTube thinks that this video is the best one for you. I have no idea which one it is. Anyhow, huge thanks for watching. Bye bye. You can go now.